What's good, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of Bears Media Co. I am your host, Brent C. Now, check it out, Bears fans. Dennis Allen got in front of the cameras this week and he rehashed on what we did against the Dallas Cowboys. And then he talked on those Las Vegas Raiders where we are playing this Sunday on the road. Now, look, going into this game, I know that I look forward to a lot of scoring from both sides. Geno Smith, he has shown out in a couple games this year. And with the rookie Ashton Jeanty, even though he hasn't racked up a whole lot of yards, the danger of him getting large runs against our defense is definitely there. Now, going into this, what can we expect? Who are the keys to stopping and who has to step up to get our defense and our offense an opportunity to win this game? Now, Dennis Allen got in front of the mic, and with his 30 plus years of coaching in the league, he has definitely made and earned his stripes. And one thing that I forgot about, Bears fans, he was the defensive coordinator for the Saints when they won the Super Bowl. Now that says something. Now, this is a guy with plenty of experience to get our defense to where it needs to be. We just need to get healthy, right? So, with that being said, Dennis Allen got in front of the mic and he said this: the Las Vegas Raiders present a challenge that most people aren't thinking about. He says that Ashton Jeanty just might be one of the better running backs he has seen, and he might have a breakout game. And I said, that ain't good when a defensive coordinator says that. But we also have to understand Dennis Allen, he knows the game. Giving a team that you're about to play bulletin board stuff is not how you do it. Now, against Dallas, he said, we asserted pressure on the QB, and he's looking forward to see that our front four does the same against a quarterback in Geno Smith that he says is a solid player who can hit with the weapons that he has over there in Vegas, could make you pay on any given pass play. So, as you and I know, last year our front four didn't really generate a whole lot of pressure. This year, some pressure, especially with most of it coming against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, even though we've gotten contributions from a couple of guys on our defensive line, we're still going to need more pressure, especially from our defensive ends. Because as Dennis Allen says, they can turn into a pass happy offense at any moment. Now, I haven't watched any Vegas games so far this year, but I do know that Geno Smith has definitely put up some numbers in two of the previous games. So, knowing that, our corners, our front four are definitely going to need to get to him to cause a disruption the best that they can. Now, looking at the running back, Ashton Jeanty, the first round rookie pick so far this year, he has not really done anything as far as getting many yards. But Dennis Allen, he says that we don't want to be that team that he finally finds his stride. Now, I don't know about you, but Bears fans, we've seen already this year plenty of teams can run on our defense. Now, one thing we've learned, Grady Jarrett is out for this game. So our rotation shortened, and that means Nate Billings, he's definitely going to have to step up and lend a hand. Now, last year, him and Dexter, our two DTs, they did their best against the run, and the run game actually didn't get over on us until Billings went down. Now, I just don't see it this week, but if Dennis Allen says we have to worry about it, I'm definitely going to keep our eye out, and our linebackers are going to be very important in this game. Now, speaking of linebackers, well, 53 will not be there yet again. Now, TJ Edwards, gone not for the year, but yet missing another game, which means Noah Sewell, who has turned it on so far this year, gets another start. Now, have we missed much? Maybe a little in the passing game, but Noah Sewell, in my opinion, has definitely got in there and made plays. Right along with Tremaine Edmonds. Now, Tremaine Edmonds, 2 interceptions in that game against Dallas. But against this Vegas team, hey, Dennis Allen says we need more of that. And he says Tremaine Edmonds should be playing at a Pro Bowl level every single game, and especially in this game. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but after last week, 2 interception games and 12 total tackles, hey, if that's what a Pro Bowl level is, or does it need to be more? I don't know. But Bears fans, let me know what you think. Let me know down below. Where do you see Tremaine Edmonds and Noah Sewell impacting the game this Sunday? Now, Bears fans, corners. Our corners, as you know, missing Jalen Johnson. We got Tyreek. We got Nashawn. But this week, there's a very, very, very good chance that Kyler Gordon will make his season debut against the Raiders. And I, for one, am definitely looking forward to that, because what he brings to a defense in that nickel position, especially as a blitzer, something we've been missing so far this year. Now, looking at our safeties, Brisker as well as Byers, who had an interception last week, we look to have them both continue a high level of play that we all should be happy with, because last week I think both of them played very well. Now, looking at once again at our front four, missing Grady Jarrett, Andrew Billings having to get in there. I'm hoping that we can stop the run, get after the QB, and slow down those receivers, one of which has 4.4 speed. So the challenge is going to be there, Bears fans, but I think we will get it together. Dennis Allen, at the conclusion of his conference, he said this: the defense dictates the game starting with practice. Strong, consistent practice equals strong and consistent defense in a real game. Now, that we definitely have to look at and say, hey, this is the right coach bringing the right message to our defense, because last year the message was bend over. We all know that Matt Eberflus's defense, although they shine at times, sometimes they just, sometimes they just look like they were running scared. So hopefully Dennis Allen, well, not hopefully, I know Dennis Allen has got these boys on point. Now, Bears fans, Declan Doyle, now he got up in front of the cameras and he said this: the unique challenge this week is going to be carrying over the success that we had last week. Now, I, like many people, thought last week's offensive game was perfect. Getting scores, getting field goals when necessary, and controlling the clock. Now, that drive that we have, where we had almost 10 minutes of possession, that was awesome to see. Now, that is how you break the will of a defense. Now, hopefully, we can continue that this week. I look forward to keeping the Raiders offense on the sideline and wearing that defense down. Now, one of the keys that Declan Doyle said, hey, we got to get our run game together. The run game, DeAndre Swift, he has to get more. And I know last week, some of the times he was getting hit in the back of the field there, and sacks for loss, not sacks for loss, but getting hit, tackles for loss. That's what I want to say. He wants more from DeAndre Swift. Now, can DeAndre Swift, can he give us more? Now, it's been said that he's a decent running back behind a great line. If most of us remember, he earned his pay behind a Philadelphia Eagles offensive line that was very stout at the point of attack. So we all know that our offensive line is kind of wishy-washy at times so far this season. But this week, if we can maintain a strong running game, definitely will come out for the better for us. Now, my main question is this. Will Kyle Monangai, will he give us more than what we got last week? I mean, does Ben Johnson, does he trust him enough? We shall see, Bears fans. So here we go. Now, Doyle, he said that one of the things that he's looking forward to, especially in this game, is how the offense handles the noise with being on the road. Now, we've all been there as Bears fans. We all know that we travel well. And when we travel well, it bodes well for our team. And multiple times, head coaches have said over the years that when Bears fans take over a stadium, that brings a confidence to the team. Now, Ben Johnson has definitely brought a fun and exciting time to this offense, but we shall see how they handle the noise from the Raiders. Now, Declan, he said this. The challenge, as always, will going to be where will the growth come from on the offensive line? Penalties. So far this year, penalties has been a problem. And with that being said, Darnell Wright, our starting right tackle, and penalty machine will not be in this game. So who is going to take over there? Will it be Theo Benedict? Which I think it probably will be, because he has definitely shown so far, even over the second rounder that we picked up, Ozzie, look, he can step in and give us quality play. Now, we're going to see, because we got to see it in a live game. Now, he did play some when Wright went out in last week's game with that elbow injury, and he played pretty darn good. So, can he hold up for an entire game? We are definitely going to find out. Now, Bears fans, one thing that got me excited was when Doyle said, listen, one guy that he definitely likes and sees the growth and described as completely hungry and not satisfied each week. He says, Luther Burton. LB3, our rookie, who last week showed out in many ways. Now, that 3-catch, 101-yard, 1 touchdown game against the Cowboys, we saw the potential that LB3 definitely going to bring. So, will he bring more? That is going to be something we're going to see. And I, for one, am definitely looking forward to it. Now listen, Bears fans, one thing that we can definitely count on is seeing DJ Moore being used more often. Now that's what Doyle said. He likes that when we line up DJ in the backfield, he gives a physicality that most wide receivers don't have. And I've said this before. DJ is definitely, when he's on point, he is one of the better players, if not the best player on this team. Now, so far, Rome Odunze, wide receiver number 2, but I would say 1B has definitely taken the headlines so far. But DJ, in the many ways that they're trying to get him the ball, sweeps, lining him up in the backfield, as well as getting him the receiver looks, hey, he is definitely the one to look for, especially going up against a Pete Carroll defense, which we know is going to be physical throughout the game. So, Bears fans, let me know, what is your score prediction for this upcoming game against the Raiders? And definitely let me know, are you saying we can get a win, or is it going to be a challenge when we get there in Vegas? Now, one of the last guys this week who got in front of the cameras was our special teams coach, Mr. Hightower. I call him Mr. because that guy right there, when you watch him in these news conferences, he gets right to the point, very respectful man, and someone you can definitely count on to give it to you straight, no chaser. Now, one thing he said about Vegas, and this was not about just special teams. He says when he looks at the tape, what he sees is a team that's better than what you have seen. So as he said, Cairo, as well as our punter, they need to be on point this year because their special teams are definitely one to take advantage if you give them an out. Now, most of the time, special teams so far this year has looked up and down. I mean, we've seen our kicker miss field goal. We've seen him, the punter, put the ball out of bounds that gave opposing team great starting position. So this upcoming game, Mr. Hightower says, we are going to be much better in our fundamentals. Now we shall see. Game time is a completely different story. So, Bears fans, I'm going to get on up out of here because we know the Raiders are going to be a challenge for us. Explosive plays, a running back that can go off at any moment. We don't want to be that team where he definitely does that. And let's not forget, the Raiders have one of the better tight ends in the league. So that passing attack will be strong. Dennis Allen and our defense is definitely going to need to step it up. And our offense has got to be clicking, especially our run game. Now we know the Raiders defense features Max Crosby, so you know getting after the quarterback is something that our rookie Theo Benedict is definitely going to have to worry about, and hopefully he can handle it. So with that, Bears Media Co., we are out of here, and as always, from me to you, peace.